Hello, hello, hello. You guys should be able to hear me now. Hello. How is everyone doing? I felt like doing a Pokeball tier list because I was in a call with a group of friends. We decided to do a Pokeball tier list. It was very, very interesting, and I think the people I talked to brought up some really good reasons for some of the Pokeballs and all that. I also want to talk about the Jet Ball and there are 3 balls from Arceus that aren't here. The Jet Ball, the Heavy Ball, all 3, and the ball that Pokemon that will be transferred to Pokemon Home from Arceus. I'm going to be ranking these balls not just on how good they are. If I rank them on how good they are, then the list would be this. The Master Ball would be here because, you know, it never fails, right? We're not just going to be doing them on how good they are. We're also going to be ranking on aesthetics. Some of the Pokeballs, like the backstory behind the ball, how they work, if they fit with specific Pokemon and all that. I believe this is the Park Ball. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure. I'm going to quickly look that up so I'm not being dumb. Ooh. Whoa. The Pokeball has a much better design that's not in the game. Oh no. I'm gonna have to quickly bring that up because that's kind of sad. Look at this. Okay, so obviously the Pokeball that's in the list is this one. But then there's this Pokeball, which is so much cooler. Oh my word, look at this. This is a sick design. This is a really cool design, holy crap. Look how much better this is than this one. Damn. That's disappointing. Right, I might have to dock off some points for that. Okay, so we're starting with Pokeball. The Pokeball, I believe they're 100% catch rate. Yeah, it's a guaranteed catch rate on Pokemon using the Power Park. Okay, I like the look of it for sure. Almost Golden Ball. It's kind of like the GS Ball except with the blue line, obviously without the GS. However, the Pokeball that I brought up earlier, the Pokeball, this one is so much better. This one's so much cooler. I mean, this is just, it's alright, it's just yellow, but so for that I think I might have to put it in C, just because of what it could have been. 100% catch rate, although I feel like any ball using the Power Park would be 100% catch rate, which is whatever. What Pokemon would you want to catch this with? Not too many, I don't think. Not too many Pokemon look great in a Pokeball. Luxury Ball, however, Luxury Ball is like, I'm gonna put it in F for now, for obvious reasons. One, it's black and red. It looks really, really cool. The effect is, I believe it makes Pokemon friendlier when you catch them. It's a regular catch rate, like a regular Pokeball, which isn't great. However, it looks great. It goes with a lot of Pokemon. Any black shiny goes great in this ball. Shiny Charizard, this is the ball you want it in. Mega Rayquaza, this is the ball you want it in. Greninja, it goes great with so many Pokemon. Any black or gold shiny, yeah. Any gold Pokemon as well because it has like some gold to it as well. It's just super, super, super nice looking. Yeah, you could put it in shiny Lucario as well. Sorry, the Pokeball, yeah. The Pokeball, sure, goes with yellow shinies, but the blue accent I think takes away a little bit from those yellow shinies. This is just a nice looking ball. I kind of wanted to save Moonball near to last because I'm just gonna put this out the way. Moonball goes here. The Moonball, there are a few reasons why Moonball is going to be near the top. One, it is probably, I'm gonna be completely honest, probably, that's a cool looking ball, the best looking Pokeball. Look at this design, look at that. That's so cool. The colors look really nice. There are a lot of Pokemon that go with this as well. Not just color-wise, but for example, I put my Roaring Moon in a Moonball because the name. The effect is that it works, it has a higher catch rate on Pokemon that evolve with a Moonstone, which is not many. So it's a 4 times catch rate on like Clefairy. It's a Pokeball that I wouldn't feel bad putting any Pokemon I really loved in. Like, I would happily have an Infernape in a Moonball. I would happily have Lucario in a Moonball. You get me? Perfect for shiny Umbreon. Umbreon could also go in this as well, but holy crap. Looks alone, it's easily, if we're talking about aesthetics alone, it's easily number 1. And again, it goes with loads of Pokemon. It's a great ball overall. We're doing Premier Ball next. So the Premier Ball is essentially just a really cooler looking version of the Pokeball. It's all white, the red line looks really nice, very sleek. I had a friend who liked to catch all of his Pokemon in Premier Balls, and if you look at one of the characters from Scarlet and Violet, if you look around his waist, yeah, he has Premier Balls. All of his Pokemon are in Premier Balls, and I think that's pretty dope. Same catch rate as a Pokeball. But it's going here for now. It's going in A tier because it just looks very sleek. I can't think of anyone who doesn't like the Premier Ball. Some people might find it a little overrated, but it's just like a luxury ball without being the actual luxury ball. It's really nice. Why looking at his waist? Because there are Premier Balls there. If I don't know what to put my shiny Pokemon in, I'll just use a Premier Ball. I like using it more than a Pokeball if I can on shinies. Premier Ball works well with Gallade. Premier Ball works well with a lot of Pokemon. Any Pokemon with like a white accent on its shiny. Let's just go in order of the Pokeball, the Great Ball, and the Ultra Ball. So obviously we have the Pokeball being the most iconic Pokeball, hence the name. It's the OG, it's the most recognizable, everyone has seen it. And honestly, I feel like I can't put it that low. I'm gonna put it right behind Premier Ball just because Premier Ball is cooler, if we're being honest. But the Pokeball is still iconic, has a regular 1 catch rate, so like in terms of usefulness, in terms of catching Pokemon, sure, it might be the worst. However, Pokeball C tier, I don't think the Pokeball C tier, it's too iconic. The thing about the Pokeball is that this is a ball in which I wouldn't feel bad about catching anything in a Pokeball. Any Pokemon can go in a Pokeball, you get me? Sure, there are Pokemon that suit other balls better, but there's no Pokemon that wouldn't suit a Pokeball, if that makes sense. Pretty much most of my teams, the Pokemon's been in a Pokeball. There has been one Pokemon game, I think it was Ultra Sun, in which all my Pokemon were in different balls, which I was very proud of. It's the most iconic ball for sure. Premier Ball I put slightly ahead, just because if I were to get traded a Pokemon in a Premier Ball, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. If you get me, I'd be like, oh, that's special. Pokeball is iconic, it's awesome. Catching a Pokemon in a Pokeball, especially a Premier Ball, in a way it also shows how if you have like a Mewtwo in a Premier Ball, it's like, yeah, I did that. I threw technically worst ball at a legendary, what are you gonna do? So Great Ball has a 1.5 modifier. It's the technically upgraded version of the Pokeball. It's like here, in my opinion. When I was making this tier list with my friends, one of them wanted to put an F because he hated the Great Ball so much. It's the Pokeball that you don't really see people using just because it's kind of like when you go to fast food and you have the 3 options, small, medium, and large. Most people are going to order small or large. A lot of people don't really order the medium because the price difference between the large and the medium is usually so close that you might as well just have more because it's not that much more. And the Great Ball to me kind of feels a similar way. I feel like there are much better blue balls for sure. It only really goes with Pokemon that are blue with red accents. I don't know, I would catch a shiny Voltorb in this thing, for example, because, you know, if Voltorb was based on a Pokeball, then you could argue the shiny is the Great Ball. But it's just like, sure, it's slightly better than a Pokeball for catching stuff, but if you're going to use Great Ball, you might as well just use Ultra Ball over it. The Great Ball is, it's fine, but it's like, there are better blue Pokeballs to suit other Pokemon, and it's just like, if you're gonna get an upgraded ball, there are other better Pokeballs to use. So it's like, it's pretty underwhelming in my opinion. The Ultra Ball, it's definitely better than the Great Ball. Great Ball is F, Ultra Ball is B. Yeah, I'm feeling B. I think it's either A or B in my opinion. It's a 2 times catch rate, so it's twice as good as the Pokeball. Obviously better than the Ultra Ball. I think there are more Pokemon that suits a Ultra. I wouldn't feel bad about having any legendary in Ultra Ball. I feel like it suits a lot of strong Pokemon just because in Pokemon Origins, Red caught Mewtwo in an Ultra Ball. Fun fact, the pattern on the top is not a U, it's a H, because in Japan this is called the Hyper Ball. There are some Pokemon that definitely suit the Ultra Ball, but at the same time, there is a cooler looking Pokeball that uses a similar color scheme that we'll get to. It's technically better than Pokeball and Premier Ball, but this is much more iconic, this is way cooler, and yeah, it's a good ball overall. GS Ball's F tier. This is going to be like a controversial opinion because I feel like people are either going to put it here or here. I'm going to put it like somewhere in the middle. So obviously it's not in any of the games except, is it in Gold and Silver? I can't remember. It was introduced in the anime and it was supposed to contain Celebi. However, the writers didn't know how to basically what to do with it. So they decided let's just pretend it never happened and hope people forget about it. I feel like it was utilized more. It will definitely be higher. The main problem though is that what is there to it? It's like, it's just a golden Pokeball, but then it has GS on the front. I feel like the GS on it is engraved in a way that looks kind of, doesn't look, actually it does look kind of cool here. It doesn't look great on this. I'm not a fan of how the GS looks here. You can't see, the GS looks much cooler here. You know what, looking at these images, it actually looks a bit cooler than I expected. Yeah, it's a golden Pokeball. It's like a prize ball, if you think about it. It's a ball that's pretty much the anime only. I'm gonna leave MB for now. Cherish Ball shouldn't be there, you can't use it. It should be here because it's a Pokeball that you can get in the game. You can't buy them and you can't throw Pokemon at them, but they're definitely actual Pokeballs. I don't know if I want to order some of these because, okay, the Master Ball is going last for sure. I want to do some of these special balls kind of last as well. The Dive Ball. This is my good friend Terrible Tavi's favorite Pokeball, the Dive Ball. I'm putting it, it's like, in my opinion it's A or B. I'm going to put an A for now. I think Dive Ball goes with a lot of Pokemon. Like, for one, it's blue. It goes with any water type for sure. It also goes with any blue Pokemon. Any blue shiny, like shiny Nidoking, would look really cool on a Dive Ball. It's also got a pretty good catch rate on anything that you get from the water. Yeah, Dive Ball. 3.5 if used on water-dwelling Pokemon. 3.5 is pretty good. It's like it's better than Ultra Ball, for example. It has like a wave effect on it. Yeah, this is what it looks like in the anime. Looking at it now, it is not that flattering of a pattern. The pattern I think looks better if it's like more subtle. Great for anything that you're fishing or doing in the sea. Again, goes with a lot of blue Pokemon, a lot of water types. It's a solid ball overall. It's really good. Let's continue. The Dusk Ball. The Dusk Ball is like, I think the Dusk Ball is easily S tier. Great for catching as a 3x modifier and anything you catch in a cave or at night. The animation when you throw a Pokemon out the Dusk Ball looks really cool. It's like it has this big black effect. It's just a very, very cool Pokeball overall. There are also, again, a lot of Pokemon this Pokeball suits. You could literally put any dark type in a Dusk Ball for sure. It's a really, really, really great Pokeball overall. I can't think of anyone who just dislikes the Dusk Ball. It's one of the few exceptions of a Pokeball that suits Pokemon that don't really go with the color scheme. For example, I would not feel bad putting a Brute Bonnet in a Dusk Ball. Pretty much any dark type. It suits Umbreon, it suits a Veltol. Funny enough, I feel like it suits dark types more than grass types. I might put it above the Luxury Ball, I don't know. I think I slightly prefer the look of the Luxury Ball. This is just more useful. I'm gonna keep Luxury Ball here for now. Heal Ball is C tier. Put the Heal Ball in H tier. You guys hating on the Heal Ball, damn. The Heal Ball is not this pink. It's not this dark in a lot of Pokemon games. The first time I ever used a Heal Ball, when I was playing my first Diamond copy, I caught my, you see, it's not that dark, you see? The contrast. I caught my Buizel in Heal Ball. I don't know why, I just did. So I have some attachment to the Heal Ball, and of course it goes perfectly with shiny Mareep. The effect is meh. It heals whatever you catch, but at the same time you're going to be healing whatever you're catching anyway. I don't think it's the best pink ball. We're going to get to the other pink balls eventually. But I do think it's a good ball overall. I'm going to be honest, I don't like the look of it. The pink here is too dark. It's way too dark. Like, the pink here is much nicer. Yeah, I'll put in B for now. The Nest Ball. It works similarly to a level ball where the weaker the Pokemon is, the better it works. So 41 minus the Pokemon's level divided by 10 if the Pokemon's level is between 1 and 29. So it only works on Pokemon between levels of 1 and 29, and then it has all this mumbo jumbo. You have to do maths to work out how good it is, basically. I'm going to be honest, it's like here. I'm not big on the look of it. I think it does suit some Pokemon. I caught my shiny Flutter main in one of these. I think that Snail legendary, this suits. The effect is also not that great because if you think about it, if you're going to catch a Pokemon between level 1 and 29, unless it suits that Pokemon, you might as well just throw a Quick Ball. Or even a Dusk Ball. I don't think it's that useful of a Pokeball. Just because the amount of Pokemon it works with isn't that high, you know, levels 1 to 29. And I'm just really not a fan of these shades of green on it. Like, the shade in the middle is like one of those nastier looking shades. The shades here is okay, but it's meh. It's a meh ball in my opinion. The Net Ball. This ball only works on bug and water types and has a 3 or a 3.5 catch rate. Yes, 3.5 catch rate on bug or water type Pokemon. So essentially, in terms of the effect, it's kind of better than the dive ball, because dive ball works in any water-dwelling Pokemon, and then there are some water-dwelling Pokemon that aren't water types, like Dratini, for example. But netball has a wider range. It's 2 complete types, and it's a 3.5 as well, which 3.5 is good. Design-wise, when I was talking about this with my friends, they did not like the look of the ball. I don't know, it has the net design on it. It has the turquoise color. It's like, in my opinion, it's here, just because it might not look the best for sure. However, I think it goes pretty well with, like, I wouldn't feel bad about putting any bug type in this because of the net design, like any arachnid type Pokemon like Ariados or whatever. I think this works well with. Caught my shiny Noibat in this because shiny Noibat is the same color as this. This goes perfectly in a netball, like perfectly. Speaking of netball, let's take a look at some other images of it. It looks pretty cool here, not so much here. I think it's a solid ball overall, very useful. Let's do the timer ball. Now, when I was talking about this ball with my friends, we were in a huge disagreement because one of the other people, and myself, were advocating for the timer ball. The other two, even though they liked it, they were against the timer ball. I was saying that this was better than a Premier Ball, and the others were saying it's worse. The others were saying Premier Ball goes here and the Timer Ball goes here. I was saying that the Timer Ball goes here and the Premier Ball goes here. We ended up putting them both in S tier, like here, but this is my list, so I'm gonna put here. I think the Timer Ball is great. I love the Timer Ball. It has a really cool effect when you the animation. Look how cool this ball is. Black and red. The Premier Ball is very sleek. It's just like black with the red outline. That's very standout. But the Timer Ball is just very sleek itself. Like has these red designs. It goes really well with a lot of Pokemon. Any Pokemon that suits the Premier Ball, the Timer Ball suits as well. Any Pokemon to do with time, Dialga, it goes really well with Celebi. Any Pokemon with these colors, it can fit. It's just a really, really great ball overall. I like the Timer Ball a lot. I'm tempted to put the Premier Ball here though, just because it's one of the only balls in which it has a different color. Actually, looking at it, a lot of them have. Well, the middle part is mainly black on most balls, but this one has just like the nice red. I might put Premier Ball on S tier, honestly. I think everyone loves the Premier Ball. It's also more useful. It takes some time to get to its maximum potential of 4 times, which isn't the best. In my opinion, it should be 5 times. Just because you're waiting so many turns. I feel like this is gonna be an interesting pick because I remember seeing someone else's Pokemon tier list and they said Quick Ball's F tier and was one of the worst balls. Even though Quick Ball doesn't have the best design, like if you think about it, what Pokemon are you gonna put Quick Ball in? There are other better blue balls, but the reason why the Quick Balls goes here, by the way, it's like S or A. The reason why is because, like you guys are saying, it is one of the most useful Pokeballs in the game. It is the Pokeball that I have the most of in my Scarlet and Violet version. It's the Pokeball that I want the most of in every version, because obviously we can't have the multiple Master Balls. And the reason why is because on the first turn, it's 5 times modifier. That's a lot. It used to be 4 in one of the generations, but now it's 5. 5 times, that's so good. It's so good at catching most Pokemon on the first. You can even catch legendaries on the first throw. The sheer usefulness of it is just, you can't ignore that. Goes really great with Shing. It goes great with electric types in general, I feel like. In terms of like blue and yellow Pokemon, there are the balls you might want to use instead of it. However, it's just so good at how useful it is. I'm gonna put it in A tier for now, not S tier, just because again, there are balls that look better than it. I think I wouldn't use it on any legendaries unless it specifically suited the Quick Ball. Like for example, Raikou might suit it. Anyone who puts in F tier, I think is just incorrect. I can't remember what the ball this is. I don't think it's a Safari Ball, is it? It is the Safari Ball. It's the camo ball with camo color. It looks a bit different. It's more camo colored here, whereas here, well, I guess it is camo colored there as well. Okay, just 1 time. It's the ball they used in Safari Zone. It was a pretty iconic ball back in Gen 1, although you couldn't really see what balls looked like back then. So pretty much we can only go off aesthetics alone. I would definitely have this with grass types and ground types for sure. On its own, it's CLD. I don't think it's that great. Again, you don't have many Pokemon in Safari Ball, so it might be somewhat rare, but at the same time, it's like, there are better green Pokeballs. Hence, this guy. Its only value is cosmetic. Yeah, pretty much. If you like the color green, you might like it more, but again, there are better green Pokeballs. The Repeat Ball. The Repeat Ball, I believe, is 4 times on any Pokemon you've caught before. Oh, 3.5. Which is the same as a Dusk Ball. Dusk Ball, Net Ball, Dive Ball, as long as you have the Pokemon registered in the Pokedex. Repeat Ball works on them. What I like about this ball is, one, it has the repeating pattern on it, hence the Repeat Ball. It's also really useful for Pokemon that you want to catch again. Repeat Ball only fits Girafarig well. I disagree. I think it works well with a lot of Pokemon. It works really well with the fish. Chi-Yu. Works really good with Chi-Yu. I think it's the best ball for Gimmighoul, for sure, because Gimmighoul has all these colors going on it. Good for shiny hunting, yeah. Obviously, you want it to suit the Pokemon. I don't know, I like the Repeat Ball. I think it's really cool. I might put it here. Look how perfectly it goes with Phalanx. It was made for Phalanx. There's a lot of controversy going on with the Repeat Ball, damn. If you haven't caught anything, it can be harder to catch like legendaries you haven't caught before. The thing is, it's just the same as the Pokeball with the pattern on it. What is animation like? Gimmighoul, you're in a Repeat Ball. The animation didn't look the best. Oh, it's a freaking circle. That's right. You see that? It has the arrows that go around because repeat. Let's see what Great Ball looks like. What the hell? You're not in a Repeat Ball. I thought you were in a Great Ball. You're in a Great Ball. Why does it have the Repeat Ball effect? That's definitely a glitch in the game. Okay, let's try Quick Ball. It's doing the Repeat Ball animation again. What is going on? There we go. Okay. I fixed the animation bug. Okay, so the Quick Ball is like this swirl. Okay. What does Great Ball look like? The Great Ball is just like a blue effect. Okay. Let's see what the animation for the Dive Ball looks like. And then we can determine whether we want it above or below the Repeat Ball. Dive Ball. It's like a splash of water. That's kind of underwhelming. The animation for the Repeat Ball looks better than Dive Ball, I'm going to be honest. Okay, Net Ball. It's like a spider web. The Sport Ball. Now the thing about the Sport Ball, it looked a bit different in some other games. The Sport Ball originally had this design on it, instead of the S. It looked like this. If the Sport Ball looked like this, I would probably put it one of here. Just like this with the S, I put it here. Because it's just a freaking Pokeball with an S on it. I think that's so lazy. However, because the Sport Ball should look like this, it should look like that. I'm going to put it here. It's a 1.5 modifier, so the same as a Great Ball. The difference is the Great Ball actually looks completely different. It has its own design, whereas this doesn't, really. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this ball. I remember, I think this was like the lowest ranked ball when I did the tier list with my friends. This ball is meh, in my opinion. The Lure Ball. Isn't this the ball that Ash caught his Totodile in? Yeah, it is! Yeah, this is the ball that Ash caught his Totodile in, so in a way it's kind of iconic. It also suits Totodile a lot as well. So, Lure Ball. It's an Apricorn Ball. What's this effect again? 4 times on a Pokemon encountered while fishing. The Dive Ball is overall more useful, but this can have a higher catch rate of 4. The Dive Ball is 3.5 on any water-dwelling Pokemon. However, the Lure Ball works on any Pokemon that you fish. So the Pokemon it works with, yeah, Salamence, someone says Salamence for sure, Salamence, Totodile obviously. I'm putting the Lure Ball here. I think it looks really nice. It's cool. It's a cool Pokeball. I was gonna use this on my Roaring Moon until I decided Moon Ball suited it better because it was Roaring Moon. The thing is, if I caught this with a Dratini, would Dragonite look good in it? My friend described this as, this is what Great Ball should have been, and yeah, in a way I do agree. It's a cool looking Pokeball, for sure. Alright, Dream Ball. Great for catching Pokemon that are sleeping. Pokemon that are asleep are already, you know, susceptible to being caught, and this just boosts it. This is a really good pink Pokeball. It's not the best pink Pokeball, spoiler alert, but it's a good one. Dubs, GS Ball B tier. Dubs, listen, unless you really like the gold aesthetic, it's like, the main problem is that it was introduced in the, I believe, anime, and then wasn't anywhere else, so it's kind of like good and bad at the same time. Dubs, the Great Ball is underwhelming. The Dream Ball is like here, I think. It's a good Pokeball overall. It's very rare. It suits a lot of pink Pokemon. It's known as Super Ball in Japanese. I see. Super Ball and the Hyper Ball. Like, just like Super Potion, Hyper Potion. I haven't actually looked at the animation of when you throw the Pokemon out. Actually, it looks quite nice here, doesn't it? This is the best Dream Ball. It'll get extra points if it looked like this. Looking at it here, looks actually really nice. This is like the perfect ball from... This is like if Munna was a Pokeball. No other ball suits Munna than this ball, for sure. Do I want to put it above? I don't know. Dream Ball, Shiny Hypno? Yes, absolutely. I think I might like it more than the Dive Ball. Okay, the Fast Ball. This is the ball with the lightning bolt on it, isn't it? So basically, this is like the closest to the Pokeball that Ash's Pikachu is in. ×4 if the Pokemon has a base speed of at least 100. It was intended to be a 4x catch rate for Pokemon that can flee, but it only does that for 3 of them, being Magnemite, Grimer, and Tangela. Interesting. I think this is a really, really cool Pokeball. I like it a lot. It suits any electric type. Any electric type, for sure. It gets points for being rare, for sure. There's not many Pokemon that suit it though. Every electric type can go on this, absolutely. But that's mainly it, just because the lightning bolt, like if you had a fire type, like Magmar, I still don't know if I'd want to put it in this because it looks too much like it's specifically for electric types, if that makes sense. And you could make the argument for Quick Balls as well, but the difference is Quick Ball is useful against every single Pokemon if you just want to quickly catch them, whereas this is only good against really fast Pokemon. It's good though. I want to quickly look at what the Moon Ball looks like. The animation for the Moon Ball. Oh, that's so cool. Did you see that? Look at all those moons that come out. Look at that. That's so sick. The Moon Ball is so cool. I love the Moon Ball. Oh my gosh, and you're really cool as well. What next? We have the Love Ball. I believe this is an increased catch rate on anything of the opposite gender. 8 times on a Pokemon of the same species but opposite gender. 8 times modifier. That's a huge, huge modifier. It's very specific though. The Love Ball, in terms of its usefulness, it's very, very specific in what it's useful on. However, I feel like it being so rare, the heart on it I think really adds to it. I think looking at them on Google Image, I think I like the Dream Ball the most, personally. But yeah, the heart, I think the heart adds to it for sure. I think I like the Dream Ball the most of the pink Pokeballs. But I feel like the Love Ball has to at least go in A tier. I think A tier is going to be the most cramped tier, to be honest. You guys want it in B? Looking at it here, it is blander than I expected just because it's literally just pink all over and then the heart at the front. This is really cool though. Oh my word, this is DeviantArt though. If this was the pattern, I would definitely keep it in A. I'm going to keep it here in A tier for now. Alright, Friend Ball. Now the thing about the Friend Ball is that the shade of green on it looks much nicer, much nicer in Scarlet and Violet than it does on this list. We're gonna quickly take a look at the animation for the Friend Ball because I know exactly which Pokemon I have a Friend Ball in. It's just some green sparkly effects. I still like this ball a lot. Oh, it has no effect. Oh, it sets the friendship to 200 or 100. So it's like the luxury ball. Oh, so this doubles the rate the friendship increases, whereas this just sets the rate higher. Okay, so this and the luxury ball are like counterparts. Okay. It's not as cool looking as the luxury ball, but it's still a good ball overall. It's one of the better green balls, because obviously you have the Dusk Ball, but then you also have this as the next best option. I think Friend Ball is a really good ball overall. Alright, Heavy Ball. -20 if used on a Pokemon weighing that much, +0, +20? As in a 20 modifier? Oh my word. So essentially it's the best ball for catching Groudon, aside from Master Ball. It's the perfect ball for like Snorlax. I think this is probably S tier. I think this is a great Pokeball overall. It looks cool. It's useful on heavier Pokemon. It's clearly a +20 modifier. +20. Oh my word. I like the look of this more than the Hisuian Heavy Ball, because even though the Hisuian Heavy Ball was a lot of fun to throw at the Pokemon, the main problem with this heavy ball is that it's very bland, the first stage of it, because it's just all black, which is kind of boring. Plus 20 is the catch chance, not the modifier. Oh, plus 20, okay, I see. Why doesn't it say the modifier then? I don't understand. That's a little bit annoying. These say like 20 times, but then this says plus 20. Oh, that's annoying. I don't really understand how that works. Oh, whatever. Despite that, it's a cool looking ball. It's useful on heavy Pokemon. It's rare as well. It suits most steel type Pokemon. Any with a grey and blue look, any heavy big Pokemon it suits. Alright, level ball. What does the level ball look like? That's the friend ball. Has some pluses. It's okay. It's not the best. So, the level ball is like here. No, it's right behind the moon ball. I think this is a really great Pokeball. It looks cool for one. There's a lot of Pokemon it suits. It also has a similar effect to Nest Ball. Yeah, just look at this. It's just a cooler looking GS Ball because it's gold, but it also has the black top and the red V on it. It's one of the best looking Pokeballs for sure. These are the two best for sure in terms of looks. Let me look at the exact effect of the level ball. Okay, it can go up to ×8 if the Pokemon is 4 times or more than that. Okay, so in my opinion, it's just a better version of the Nest Ball because the Nest Ball only works on Pokemon of level 1 to 29. However, this can go up to 8 times if you're 4 times. So if you have a level 100 Pokemon and you battling anything that's level 25 or lower, it goes up to 8 times. So if you're double, it's still 4 times, which is still good. 8 times though, it's just a better Nest Ball. It's just a way better Nest Ball. So level ball, really great Pokeball. Looks amazing, suits a lot of Pokemon, very cool, useful as well. It's a great Pokeball. Really, really great Pokeball. Beast Ball. The Beast Ball. The Beast Ball. I'm kidding, it's here. The Beast Ball's S tier for sure. It's for one, it looks sick. It's a great Pokeball. Pretty unique looking. In my opinion, it suits, obviously, it's perfect for the Ultra Beasts. It suits all the Paradox Pokemon. I wouldn't feel bad putting Miraidon in this thing. It also has a very unique effect in that it has a terrible catch rate on anything that's not an Ultra Beast, and an amazing catch rate on Ultra Beasts. However, any other ball except the Master Ball that you use on an Ultra Beast has a terrible catch rate. 5 times if you used on an Ultra Beast, 0.1 times on anything else, which means that if you catch anything that's on an Ultra Beast in this Pokeball, that means that that's a very impressive catch. Much more so than the Pokeball, because the Pokeball is 1 times, whereas this is with 0.1 times. There's a lot of Pokemon this doesn't go with great, but I think there are a select few that it really does suit. Like Manectric will be cool in this, although I don't know if I want my Manectric. I think Equip Ball suits it more. Yeah, any cool futuristic looking Pokemon I think this works great with. Unique effect. It's just a really cool Pokeball overall. I haven't used my Beast Ball yet, I'm saving it. I want to catch a shiny Paradox Pokemon in this. Shiny Iron Thorns I think would be really cool in the Beast Ball. So yeah, Beast Ball's really cool. Cherish Ball. This ball is very unique because it is not a ball you can purchase or even throw in-game. It's literally specifically for events. That's it. Look how cool this thing looks. Oh my word. Real life Cherish Ball. Look at that. This is a sick looking Pokeball. This is awesome. Yeah, Cherish Ball is S tier for sure. 1 times catch rate. Unobtainable player only various event Pokemon. Yeah, only very special Pokemon come in a Cherish Ball. In terms of Pokemon it suits, obviously you have Scizor. You have mainly only red Pokemon, but at the same time, it's so special and so like event only that I feel like anything that comes with it, it just means that it's like It's special. I think there's no denying this is just a really pretty ball, really great. I feel like having S and A like filled here just shows how well designed the Pokeballs are in Pokemon. What the hell is this again? I can't remember. What is this ball called? It's like something in Colosseum or something. I know this is the typing ball, which we'll get to, but I can't remember what this is. Google Chrome ball. Oh, Chrome. Yeah, Google Chrome ball. It is the Google Chrome ball. It's, what is it called? Pester ball. What on earth is going on? Are not used to catch Pokemon, instead to release repellent on contact. Only found in Pokemon Snap. What? What? You don't even catch Pokemon with it? What I'm getting from this is like, it's a Pokemon that kind of looks like it made of Play-Doh, that also looks like it's a web browser, that you don't even use to catch Pokemon. So for that reason, since you don't even catch Pokemon with it, it goes in F tier. It doesn't even do the basics of what a Pokeball should do. This ball can go here. The typing ball. The snag ball? What is the snag ball? That's not a Pokeball, that's a glove. Oh, the snag machine. The snag. Okay, so it's not an actual proper. Okay, I'm not ranking that ball. The type ball. This is a pretty cool looking Pokeball. I kind of like the indent here. It makes it look more unique. The colors are interesting. It's not the best Pokeball, but it's unique for sure. It's like, I don't know, here. I think. It's okay. Heavy ball. These things. These are all the Legends Arceus balls. So these are all the Legends Arceus balls. I'm not going to judge Great, Ultra, and regular Pokeball because they're just the same, just a little bit different. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put this image. I'm just going to do like one of these because I think it will encapsulate all of them. What I like about this heavy ball, it was very, 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 very satisfying to throw this at Pokemon's back and basically lodge it at their head. Yeah, it was a very satisfying ball to use. It worked really well against Pokemon that got hit from behind. Because of this, it's either S or A. I'm gonna put it in A for now. It was a lot of fun to use for sure. Also, I can't really put it like anywhere other than here because if I put it over here, then it blocks off one of the other Pokeballs. The Jet Ball. This was my favorite Pokeball to use in the game. It flew so far in Legends Arceus. It was just the most fun Pokeball to use. I would put this up like somewhere up here if I could order them properly, but I can't. So I'm just gonna put it in S tier for now. But yeah, the Jet Ball, it was so much fun to use. This Pokeball is the ball that when you transfer a Pokemon from Legends Arceus, it's gonna come in this ball. I'm gonna put it in B tier for now just because it looks really nice. The main issues with it, I think, actually no, I'm gonna put it here. The main issues with it is that there aren't many Pokemon that suit it. It's like a bit too specific. It looks nice though. I'm gonna do one anime exclusive ball being the most iconic one, probably the clone ball. This guy. That's someone's art, my bad. I don't want to use anyone's art that's not. It's hard to get official. I'm just gonna use this because it's from the movie. It's like a overpowered version of the Master Ball because it's a forced capture. You can catch other people's Pokemon. If I were ranking this, I think I put an S. Everyone who's seen the first movie has seen this Pokeball before. Yeah, it's a very interesting Pokeball. The Origin Ball, oh my god, did I miss one? Oh, it's the Cherish Ball, basically. I'm just gonna treat this as the Cherish Ball because it's basically the same thing. I do like the Heavy Ball, but I'm not in love with the design, I'd say, but it is cool. It's very useful. In fact, you know, I think I like the Quick Ball a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna put Heavy Ball here. I might be demoting it a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, the green Pokeball for episode 1, I'm not ranking that. It's a Pokeball that's green, whatever. The Pokeballs from Legends Arceus, the regular Pokeball, Great Ball, and Ultra Ball would be in the same tiers. You guys are listing Pokeballs I've never heard of before. The Dark Ball I'm not listing because it's just like a Master Ball, except looks a bit like a grenade. If it looked like this, it'd be much cooler, but what the hell is this? We're not going to list any more Pokeballs that aren't from, like, the games or whatever. We're going to end with the one and only Master Ball. Along with the Pokeball, this is one of the most iconic Pokeballs. In terms of usefulness, it is arguably the most useful because it is a guaranteed catch on any Pokemon. Okay, so, in my opinion, the Master Ball goes... I'm gonna put the Master Ball here. Yeah, so here's my reasoning for why the Master Ball's here and not like more or whatever. So again, it is the most useful Pokeball for sure because it is a guaranteed catch on any Pokemon. However, there are some things that goes against it. Aesthetically, it looks cool. I do like the look of the Master Ball a lot. The first issue, one, this is not a Pokeball that you can pass down through breeding. So you know how if you breed with a Ditto and the Pokemon you're breeding with a Ditto has a Moonball, for example, that will pass down the Moonball and all the babies will have Moonball. If you pass down the Master Ball, all the babies are going to be in Pokeballs, I'm pretty sure. Secondly, if I were to ask you what Pokemon goes in this Pokeball, there's only like one answer. It's Mewtwo, right? What other Pokemon goes in a Master Ball? There aren't many. Some people might say, oh, Miraidon, because there's an M on it and Miraidon is purple as well. A really great example one of my friends gave me is that if I was traded a Caterpie in a Master Ball, I wouldn't want to use it. I would feel dirty. Like, most Pokemon don't go in a Master Ball because it's the Master Ball. Most people never use their Master Ball. The correct answer was Wooper. Shiny Darkrai, yeah, I guess. It's like, the only Pokemon you're going to put in Master Balls are like overpowered legendaries, like Arceus and Mewtwo. That's about it. However, I feel like it still belongs in S tier because it's a guaranteed catch. It will never fail. If you are in a situation where you encounter a Pokemon and it's like one of the rarest shinies ever, it might have a hidden ability, it might have a mark, you don't know. But if you reset, you will lose that Pokemon forever because you don't know when's the last time you saved. And you don't have any other guaranteed chance of catching it and it might die, for example, it might hurt itself, the weather might kill it, whatever. The Master Ball is a guaranteed catch. It's your get out jail free card. It will save you the Pokemon. Sure, the Master Ball might not suit the Pokemon, but it is still a saving grace. It is still guaranteed to get you the catch. Which is why, in my opinion, the Master Ball has to go into S tier because it is a guaranteed catch. It might not look the best aesthetically, it might not work with a lot of Pokemon, but it's still guaranteed to get you the catch. Also, in terms of merchandise, the Master Ball just looks really cool, if we're being real. It is a guaranteed catch in anything that's not Wish Catch from the anime. Let's see what the Master Ball looks like when you throw a Pokemon out. It's like purple sparkly effects. Speaking of which, we can also see what the Timer Ball looks like. That's what the Timer Ball has, like, those black things were like clocks. It's very cool. The Premier Ball animation, I think, is red. I'm pretty sure. Oh, what? Is it not red? It was red at one point, I swear. Yeah, I think that's going to be my tier list for now. Also, I want to bring up the tier list I made with my friends. I think it's pretty similar to mine. There are definitely some differences, but they're definitely worth taking a look at. This was the tier list I made with my friend. This is still at the top. As you can see, they wanted Premier Ball above the Primer Ball. I was like, whatever. Master Ball still here. Level Ball is not number 2. I put Level 1 number 2. The Heart Ball was actually higher than the Dream Ball, but for me, looking back at the Dream Ball, I think I like the Dream Ball a bit more. I think it works. The colors work a little bit better. Yeah, that's my Pokeball tier list. I'm going to have to edit this a bit so I can post on Twitter.